Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, guys. So, in this video, we want to talk about our discussion. Our discussion is about result in thesis.
Before that, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Putri Rahmadini.
My name is Naila Fitrana.
My name is Murni. My name is Juliani Marito Tamba.
And the last, my name is Alvin Nurhanila.
Happy watching!
The result section of a thesis presents the research finding in an organized and objective manner without detailed analysis or interpretation. Depending on the type of research, it's like qualitative or quantitative. The section may include different elements. Below are the key components typically found in the result section. The first is overview or findings. A brief summary of the research result highlight the most important finding without interpretation. Second is data presentation. This part provides the actual data collected during the study, which can be presented in different formats. The first is tables, used to display numerical data in a structured manner. Graphs and charts, helpful for visualizing trends, comparison, and distribution. Figures and images, used when relevant, especially in scientific or experimental research. Description, common in qualitative research when direct quotes from participants or observational data are presented. The third is pattern and threads. This section identifies and describes recurring patterns, correlation, or threads observed in the data. Number 4 is unexpected findings. Any finding that contradict the initial hypothesis or were not anticipated should be reported here. Number 5, statistical analysis. If statistical tasks were conducted, the results should be included in this section. Number 6, thematic analysis. For qualitative studies, the results section may include categorized themes based on participant responses.
Next, structure of results in data analysis research. 1. Data description. It presents an overview of the data through descriptive statistics like mean, median, standard deviation, and visualization like table or graph. 2. Prerequisite tests, if necessary. It transforms the data to meet the assumptions before further analysis, such as normality tests, homogeneity of variance, and multicollinearity. 3. Hypothesis test results. It shows the results of inferential analysis with key statistical values. 4. Additional analysis, optional. Include subgroup analysis, interaction, mediation, or moderation for further insight.
Okay, next, I will explain about data presentation technique used in thesis result. The first is from qualitative. Qualitative research is defined any investigation that avoid statistical procedure. Distinguish it from quantitative methods. It emphasizes observing phenomena and also exploring their meanings. The focus on the process is significant of finding, particularly regarding human elements, objects, and their interaction. The effectiveness of qualitative analysis is influenced by the language used. I'm to the one of understanding of event behaviors and also the phenomena. The qualitative research process is approach and start with the research question that guide data collection and also analysis. Allowing for flexibility through the process, common data collection method include observation, visual analysis, literature study, and primarily interviews, and also focus on group discussion. In this process, have the challenges in data analysis, include difficulties in starting with the large dataset, ambiguous coding categories, incomplete data reporting, and potential misinterpretation. Qualitative method is focused on depth observation. And the use of qualitative method in this research can produce a more comprehensive of the study and phenomenon. The qualitative research that pay attention to humanism or individual humans and human behavior is an answer to awareness that all the consequences of human action are affected by internal aspect of the individual.
The definition of quantitative research. Quantitative research is a research method that focuses on collecting and analyzing numerical data to test hypotheses, measure variables, and find relationships between variables. This method is often used in social science, health, education, and other fields to produce findings that can be generalized to a wider population. Quantitative research usually involves the use of statistical instruments and mathematical analysis to interpret data. Quantitative data presentation techniques. The first is table. Tables are one method of presenting data that is often used in quantitative research. Tables allow the presentation of data in a concise and systematic form so that readers can easily understand comparisons and trends that occur in the data. Next, graph or diagrams. Graphs and diagrams, diagrams helps present quantitative data more clearly than tables. Some types that are often used include bar charts to compare categorical data, pie charts to show propositions, line charts to see changes in data over time, and histograms to display the frequency distribution of a variable. And C. Descriptive statistic. This descriptive statistic usually used in research to describe the characteristic of respondents or the main results that are the object of research. And next, interpretation of results. Once the data is presented, the results should be interpreted objectively by identifying emerging patterns or trends. Where relevant, the results can be compared with previous research to see similarities or differences. In addition, it is important to relate the findings the theory used to make an analysis more and support the research objectives.
Understanding and type of data visualization. Imagine explaining result file with numbers and data to someone who doesn't know much about the topic. It will be boring and confusing, right? This is why data visualization is so important in research. With data visualization, we can present data in the form of graphs, diagrams, tables, or maps, making it easier to understand. This technique not only helps visualize patterns, trends, and relationships between variables, but also make the research finding clearer and more interesting to readers. In quantitative research, data visualization is often used to show data distribution and comparison between variables. In qualitative research, it can take the form of concept diagrams or infographics that summarize the main findings. Type of data visualizations. There are various types of data visualizations used for different purposes. There are some common ones and how they are used. The first, bar chart. A bar chart is a simple and effective way to compare different categories. Each bar represents a different value and the length of the bar shows how large that value is. For example, if you want to know the favorite movie genres of a group of people, bar charts can show how many people prefer thriller, rom-com, or horror movies. The longer the bar, the more people prefer the genre. 2. Line chart. Line charts are used to display data that changes over time. By connecting data point with lines, you can see trends or fluctuations over period. For example, you could use a line chart to track how often certain letters appear in a language analyzed. The x-axis shows the letters and the y-axis shows the frequency of the occurrence. 3. Pie charts. Pie charts are used to represent part of a whole. Each slice of the pie shows the percentage of its category within the total. For example, you could use a pie chart to show the number of participants in different games during a sports event. Each slide represents a different games like Monopoly, Jenga, and others, with the size of the slice showing how many people participate. 4. Scatter plot. A scatter plot is used to show the relationship between two variables. Its point on the plot represents a pair of values happen to identify correlation or to trends between them. For example, you could use a scatter plot to display the relationship between the matter and height of various planes. The x-axis shows the diameter, and the y-axis shows the height of the planes. Number 5 is the last, geopolitical maps. Geopolitical maps are used to display data related to geopolitical locations. This map helps visualize patterns and distribution of data across regions and countries. For example, a geographical map could be used to show importance and exports, with countries shaded in different color based on the volume of trade. The next topic is design tips for effective data visualizations. Creating clear and effective data visualization requires good design to ensure that the information is easy to understand. Here are some important tips you can apply. The first, focus on key information. Avoid including too much unnecessary information. Choose visual elements that support your mind message, and eliminate details that could distract or confuse the viewer. 2. Prepare use of colors. Colors are powerful tools to distinguish categories or highlight important aspects of a data. However, make sure to use them wisely. Ensure that is enough contrast between colors for readability, and avoid using too many colors that could overwhelm the viewer. 3. Clear presentation. All text in the visualization, such as labels, title, and legend, should be easy to read. Choose fonts that are easy to read with appropriate text size, and avoid using fonts that are too small or difficult to read. 4. Simplify complexity. If the data is complex, breaking it down into smaller, simple visualizations instead too overwhelming the viewers with too much information at once. Divide the data into manageable parts, making it easier to understand. And the last, design consistency. Ensure that design elements like colors, fonts, and graphic style are consistent throughout the visualizations. Consistent design helps the audience follow the data without getting distracted by inconsistent elements. With data visualization, you are not just making data easier to understand, you're also making your research more engaging and informative. Don't just rely on numbers, make your data speak in a way that's more visual and easy to digest.
So that's all our discussion about result and thesis. We apologize for our mistake. See you and bye bye.